Welcome to Legion Builds, where I guide you on how to bring your favorite fictional characters into Dungeons & Dragons. This video and all my content is made possible by my Patreon supporters, and it's dedicated to every one of you who subscribes to my channel. You are all the reasons why this channel keeps going. Thank you. Join the Legion today at patreon.com/63rdlegion for free and help decide next week's new character. And paid supporters receive early access to all my videos as well as a shout out in them. Today we're building Adrian Tepish, aka Alucard. Alucard is the half-vampire son of Dracula and Lisa Tepish. For being the child of the most dangerous vampire known to mankind, Alucard's life was actually pretty idyllic. His mother and father showered him with love and held nothing back in the way of education, granting him advanced knowledge in science and magic, as well as teaching him how to fully utilize his vampire abilities and advanced combat tactics. His life was turned upside down though when his mother was murdered by the church, an event that drove his father into madness. His father swore humanity would suffer for it, but Alucard only wished to mourn his mother and live how she would have wanted him to. This set Alucard and his father on a collision course that would only end with one of them dead. While only a half-vampire, Alucard has access to all powers of the vampire: shapeshifting, flight, telekinesis, enhanced speed, and strength. Alucard is also a genius with advanced knowledge of science, magic, technology, and more. Finally, Alucard is in fact a true weapons master and combat expert. By the way, I'm going to try to make this as accurate to both the show and video games. For today's build, we'll be using the Player's Handbook, Tasha's Cauldron of Everything, and Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft. We're using standard point array to make things simple, and we are multi-classing, so keep an eye on those minimums should you use a different system. Make Intelligence 15, Dex 14, Wisdom 13, Con 12, Strength 10, and we're dumping Charisma with an 8. Charisma is not right for you, but we'll fix it later, though it's not important, so we won't fix it that quickly. Alucard is a Dampier, which is a lineage found in Van Richten's Guide. Place +2 into Dex and +1 into Intelligence. Spider Climb gives you a climbing speed equal to your walking speed, which is 35 feet. Ancestral Legacy grants you 2 skills: Take Perception and Medicine. Deathless Nature means you don't need to breathe to live. Dark Vision lets you see in dim light as if it's bright light, and darkness as if it's dim light out to 60 feet. Vampiric Bite gives you the Fangs of a Vampire, which count as simple melee weapons you are proficient with. These fangs deal 1d4 piercing damage and use your con for attack and damage. If you are missing half your HP, you have advantage on the attack using the fangs, and you can empower the bite if you use these against a creature that isn't undead or a construct. When you empower the bite, you can do one of two things: regain HP equal to the bite damage, or gain a bonus to your next attack roll or skill check equal to the bite damage. You can empower the bite a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus between long rests. To finish out your lineage, you know the language Common and one other of your choice. For background, take the skills Arcana and History. Now for your proficiencies, this is a bit difficult. You know a lot of different things and can actually speak several languages, so go with what you feel. Myself, I will be taking Alchemist Supplies and Tinkerer's Tools because you have a great understanding of alchemy and machines. Alright, let's make a badass. Level 1 fighters start off with 2 skills. Take Athletics and Acrobatics. You're proficient in all weapons, armor, shields, and the saving throw Strength and Con. Fighting grants you Dueling. This adds +2 to your weapon damage when wielding a weapon with one hand and holding no other weapon. Second Wind allows you to heal yourself 1d10 plus your fighter level as a bonus action once per short or long rest. Level 2 fighters gain Action Surge. You can now grant yourself a free action once per short or long rest. Okay, it's time for some training in the arcane. Level 1 wizards begin with spell casting. You have a spell book that contains all your known spells, and you can prepare a total number of spells equal to your wizard level plus intelligence modifier between long rests. You can even learn new spells by writing them into your spell book. You start off with 3 cantrips and 6 first level spells. Before we get to that, Arcane Recovery allows you to regain used spell slots once a day after you finish a short rest. The recovered spell slots equal up to half your wizard level, but can't be higher than 6th level. For your spells, Firebolt throws a fireball out to 120 feet and deals 1d10 fire damage on a hit. Green Flame Blade engulfs your sword in fire as you attack with it. When you hit your target, the fire lashes out at a creature within 5 feet of the original target, dealing fire damage equal to your intelligence modifier. Booming Blade puts a lot of force into your sword. When you hit an enemy with your sword, you force magical energy within them. If they willingly move 5 feet before the start of your next turn, they take 1d8 thunder damage. Gift of Alacrity gives you a 1d8 to your initiative rolls for 8 hours. Shield adds +5 to your AC with reaction and automatically stops magic missile for 1 round. Jump triples your jump distance for 1 minute. Long Strider adds +10 to your movement for 1 hour. Feather Fall stops all fall damage no matter the height with a reaction on up to 5 creatures. Mage Armor grants you an AC of 13 plus Dex plus your Dex modifier when you aren't wearing armor for 8 hours. You're now character level 3 and you get an upgrade to your Spider Climb. You can now move across vertical and horizontal surfaces, leaving your hands free. Level 2 wizards now have their subclass. Bladesinger, found in Tasha's, are high-speed magical sword experts. First, you gain the skill Performance. Bladesong enhances your combat capabilities. When you're not wearing medium or heavy armor, wielding a shield, or wielding a weapon with 2 hands, you can enter your Bladesong with a bonus action for 1 minute. While your Bladesong is active, you gain the following benefits. You gain a bonus to your AC equal to your intelligence modifier, your walking speed is increased by 10 feet, you have advantage on acrobatics checks, and you gain a bonus to your con checks made to maintain spells equal to your intelligence modifier. You can do this a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus between long rests. This will end early if you are incapacitated, don medium or heavy armor, or wield a shield or a weapon that needs 2 hands. Make your shield a backup in case you need it. For your new spells, choose 2 first level spells. There's some really good ones here that would be great for you. Level 3 wizards receive 2nd level spells. For your spells, Mirror Image lets you move so fast you create 3 duplicates of yourself. For 1 minute, attacks made against you can hit these speed duplicates. When you are targeted by an attack, roll a d20 to determine if the attack targets you or a duplicate. Each duplicate has an AC of 10 plus your Dex modifier, and will vanish if they are hit. The less duplicates you have, the easier it will be to hit you. Blur speeds your body up, making you harder to hit. For 1 minute while you maintain the spell, all attacks against you are at disadvantage. This doesn't work against a creature that can see through illusions. You've reached character level 5, bump up your proficiency bonus to +3. Firebolt now deals 2d10 fire damage. Green Flame Blade now does an extra 1d8 fire damage to the original target, and 1d8 plus your intelligence modifier to the second target. And Booming Blade now deals an extra 1d8 thunder damage on the original hit, and 2d8 thunder damage should they willingly move. Level 4 wizards earn our first ability score improvement, bump up intelligence for more prepared spells and spell attack. For your new spells, Mage Hand creates a spectral hand that you can control for 1 minute out to 30 feet. You can perform simple actions with the hand, such as open doors or windows, or pick up things that weigh no more than 10 pounds. Misty Step teleports you 30 feet with a bonus action. Levitate raises an object that weighs no more than 500 pounds or a creature within 60 feet, including yourself, into the air. For 10 minutes while you maintain the spell, you raise up 20 feet. While the spell is active, you can raise the affected target 20 feet each turn, but only vertically. If the affected target is a creature, they can move themselves horizontally as if they are climbing. When the spell ends, the target slowly descends back down. Level 3 fighters get their subclass. Eldritch Knight from the Player's Handbook are arcane warriors. Firstly, you are now a quartercaster and can only gain spells from the School of Evocation or Abjuration that are on the wizard's spell list, though you'll get spells from other schools later on. Turn to page 164 of the Player's Handbook to figure out how many spell slots you get. Heads up, you can't use arcane focuses with these spells, unlike your wizard spells. You have to have material components for them. You start off with 2 cantrips and 3 spells, one of which can be from any school. Weapon Bond allows you to magically call upon your sword with a bonus action, while you are not incapacitated, and you can never be disarmed when wielding it. To bond with your sword, you must spend 1 short rest bonding with it. You can actually bond with 2 weapons if you want. For your spells, Burning Hands unleashes a wave of fire from you in a 15-foot cone, forcing a dex save on everyone within and dealing 3d6 fire damage should they fail, or half as much if they succeed. Cause Fear will be the one spell we take from a different school. Choosing a creature within 60 feet, you force a wisdom save. Should they fail, they become frightened of you for 1 minute while you maintain the spell. A frightened creature can't willingly move towards what is frightening it, and has disadvantage on skill checks and attack rolls when they can see what is frightening them. You get 1 more spell and 2 more cantrips. Have fun. Level 4 fighters earn another ability score improvement. Let's grab a feat. Warcaster from the player's handbook is going to be helpful for an arcane warrior. You now have advantage on con checks made to maintain spells. You can cast spells with somatic components while both hands are being used for wielding weapons or a shield. And when a creature provokes an attack of opportunity, you can use your reaction to cast a spell as long as it targets only them and has a casting time of 1 action. You know, like Booming Blade. You gain a new spell, have fun choosing. Level 5 fighters receive extra attack. You can now attack twice with a single attack action. You've hit character level 9, bring your proficiency bonus up to +4. Level 6 fighters earn another ability score improvement to bump up dex for more attack, damage, and AC. Level 5 wizards now gain 3rd level spells. For your new spells, Fly grants you a flying speed of 60 feet for 10 minutes while you maintain the spell. Haste sends you into super speed. While active, your speed is doubled, you gain an AC bonus of +2, you have advantage on dexterity saving throws, and you get an extra action. This action can be to dash, disengage, hide, use an object, or make 1 weapon attack. This lasts for 1 minute while you maintain the spell, and when it ends, you cannot move or take an action till your next turn. Time to upgrade your cantrips again because you're character level 11. Firebolt now does 3d10 fire damage, Green Flame Blade deals an extra 2d8 fire damage to the original target, and 2d8 plus your intelligence modifier to the second. And finally, Booming Blade now does 2d8 extra thunder damage with the original hit and 3d8 thunder damage if they willingly move. Level 6 Bladesinger wizards can now replace one of their attacks with casting a cantrip. For your new spell, Gaseous Form turns you into a cloud of smoke for up to 1 hour while you maintain this spell. While the spell is active, you have a flying speed of 10 feet, resistance to all non-magical damage, advantage on strength, dex, and con saves, and can pass through narrow spaces like cracks or into occupied spaces. This ends early if you drop to 0 HP. While active, you can't talk, attack, cast a spell, or interact with other objects or people. Vampiric Touch gives you the power of Soul Steal. This is a melee spell attack that deals 3d6 necrotic damage and then heals you half the necrotic damage dealt. You can maintain this for 1 minute and make the attack each turn. Level 7 wizards receive 4th level spells. For your new spells, Polymorph transforms you into a beast of CR rating equal to your character level for 1 hour while you maintain the spell. You take on the stats and features of the beast and can't cast spells or speak. If you drop to 0 HP in this form, you revert back to your original form at the HP level you had going in. Fireball launches a massive fireball out to 150 feet and forces a dex save on everyone within a 20-foot radius sphere, dealing 8d6 fire damage on a failure or half as much if they succeed. New milestone, your character level 13, bring your proficiency bonus up to +5. Level 8 wizards earn another ability score improvement, cap off intelligence for a total of 13 prepared spells a day. For your final 2 wizard spells, Magic Weapon turns 1 non-magical weapon into a magical one for 1 hour while you maintain the spell. While active, this weapon gains +1 to attack and damage. For your last one, take what you want. Level 7 Eldritch Knight fighters get War Magic. Now when you use your bonus action to cast a cantrip, you can now attack with a bonus action. How this stacks with Bladesinger replacing an attack with a cantrip is up to your DM though. You also now have 2nd level spells. For your new spell, Scorching Ray fires 3 fireballs out to 120 feet that can target the same creature or different ones, dealing 2d6 fire damage on a hit. Level 8 fighters earn another ability score improvement to cap off dex. You gain a new spell from any school from the wizard spell list, have fun choosing. Level 9 fighters are indomitable. You can now reroll 1 failed saving throw, including death saves, once per long rest. You've reached character level 17, max out your proficiency bonus at +6. Firebolt now deals 4d10 fire damage on a hit. Booming Blade deals an extra 3d8 thunder damage on the original hit and 4d8 thunder damage if they willingly move. Green Flame Blade now deals 3d8 fire damage to the original target and 3d8 plus your intelligence modifier to the second target. Level 10 Eldritch Knight fighters receive Eldritch Strike. Now when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, they have disadvantage on the next saving throw from one of your spells before the end of your next turn. For your new spell, take what you want. You also gain your final cantrip, have fun choosing. Level 11 fighters gain extra attack times 2. You can now attack 3 times with a single attack action. For your final spell, take what you want. Our final level is level 12 fighter, and you earn our final ability score improvement. Place this into charisma to get rid of that negative. Now that we've hit level 20, let's recap. Your stats are Strength 10, Dex 20, Con 12, Intelligence 20, Wisdom 13, Charisma 10. Your total levels are Fighter 12, Wizard 8. Let's dive in. First thing I want to talk about is the versatility in combat. You can very literally change how you fight pretty easily depending on how things are going. Burned out all your blade song uses? Take out your shield and you can still cast spells while you use it. Enemy can fly outside your combat range? Well, you have over 120 feet ranged abilities, and that's not even talking about your range of movement. Can't decide between casting a spell or attacking? Doesn't matter to you, as you can change attacks for spells or attack after casting a spell. In combat, wielding a rapier, you're dealing 1d8 plus 5 damage, can attack up to 3 times normal, can make that magical, can add 3d8 thunder damage or 3d8 fire damage. If you add the thunder damage, you can then add another 4d8 thunder damage, and can switch out attacks for magical attacks. Your AC range is also crazy. Without any features or spells, your AC is 15. With Blade Song, that becomes 20. Adding Mage Armor, which can stack with Blade Song, that goes up to 23. Adding Haste, your AC stacks to 25, and you can cast Shield at any time to add plus 5 for 1 round. Yes, all of this stacks together. Finally, your speed is terrifying. Your base speed is 35, and adding everything together that can be stacked, it can go up to 110. You can fly, climb walls, teleport, and become mist just for fun. Downside. Say it with me now. Concentration. You have a lot of concentration spells, and they're all good. You also have some annoying bookkeeping going on. You can only prepare 13 wizard spells a day, and you always have 8 Eldritch Knight spells ready to go. Thankfully, they both used your same spellcasting modifier, but you can't have an arcane focus for 8 of them. Though I'm going to say it, Eldritch Knights should have focuses. You also have to figure out how many spell slots you get, and that's just more math added on to math. Remember, Eldritch Knight levels only count for a quarter level, while wizard levels are full counted. Finally, resource management, which is actually part of your bookkeep. Several one-off abilities, spell slots, and 6 uses of Blade Song. Thankfully, a lot of that comes back after a short rest, but not all of it, but because of the versatility I've already mentioned, I don't actually see that much of a problem. Time to go save the world and stop your father, and of course, the most important thing you could ever do with your long life, insult Trevor Belmont. And I'd like to give a special thank you to my level 5 artificers, John Martin, Jonathan Hayes, Christopher R. Hunter, and Java Squirrel. You guys are literally the driving force of this channel. Thank you. Thank you for joining me today. Make sure to like and subscribe to not miss a single new build each week on YouTube and Spotify. And make sure to check out my Patreon, where you can help decide next week's new character.